town and find a wife, and then again I'll love me life, whatever may ensue. So I'll not fuss and I'll not fret, for I got life within me yet. I'll get drunk as I can get, is what we sailors do. For hers and hounds and navy rum, they have me broke, they have me numb. A drunken sailor I become whenever I'm on the shore. For hers and hounds and navy rum, they have me broke, they have me numb. A drunken sailor I become whenever I'm on the shore. Yes, I thought this time I'd stay in town, but oh, once again I'm seaward bound. That I'll be back for the whores and hounds who keep calling out to me when I return from sea. From the bark in the harbor, I went roaming on shore and stepped into a pub where I was oft time before. And as I was sitting and enjoying my glass of Spanish lass, she sat down beside me and kept squeezing my hand, saying, "Sir, you're a stranger, not along to this land.
Hey, wake up."
Johnny said, "Would you run along with me to some lonesome spot where nobody can see? Don't you leave me, jolly sailor," were the words she did cry, waiting and weeping and wiping her eyes. When you reach home in your own Newfoundland, think on the young Spaniard who kept squeezing your hand. I quickly consented with her for to roam. She lived by herself in a neat little home. She was brisk, plump and jolly, and her age scarce 19. And the name of that maiden, I think, was Irene. One fine summer's morning, our ship she set sail, and down by the seashore, lovely Irene she came, waving her pocket handkerchief and wiping her eyes. "Don't leave me, jolly sailor," were the words she did cry. "Don't you leave me, jolly sailor," were the words she did cry, waiting and weeping and wiping her eyes. When you reach home in your own Newfoundland, think on the young Spaniard who kept squeezing your hand.
I'll bid you farewell on a fine summer's breeze. But love, don't forget me when you're crossing the sea. And when you are married and enjoying your bride, think on the young maiden who lay by your side.
Don't you leave me, jolly sailor, were the words she did cry, waiting and weeping and wiping her eyes. When you reach home in your own Newfoundland, think on the young Spaniard who kept squeezing your hand.
Think on the young Spaniard who kept squeezing your hand.
I was walking down the street across the Western Ocean. A fair young lassie I did meet across the Western Sea. She was the beauty by the stern across the Western Ocean, and for her treasures I did yearn across the Western Sea. Oh, when we reach the other shore across the Western Ocean, we'll drink like hell, we'll rant and roar across the Western Sea.
She asked me if I'd stand a treat
Across the Western Ocean,
I will, says I, for one so sweet.
across the Western Sea,
Up to her quarters we did go.
across the Western Ocean,
I kissed her from her head to toe.
across the Western Sea. Oh, when we reach the other shore across the Western Ocean, we'll drink like hell, we'll rant and roar across the Western Sea.
We took no rest, we forged ahead.
Across the Western Ocean,
We rocked and rolled around the bed.
across the Western Sea,
Then heavy footsteps on the stairs.
across the Western Ocean. Oh dear,
Says she, my husband's there.
across the Western Sea. Oh, when we reach the other shore across the Western Ocean, we'll drink like hell, we'll rant and roar across the Western Sea.
I left from bed, had on me clothes.
Across the Western Ocean,
His fist had found me pair of nose.
across the Western Sea,
He shook me like a ragged doll.
across the Western Ocean,
I was kicked about like an outfit ball.
across the Western Sea. Oh, when we reach the other shore across the Western Ocean, we'll drink like hell, we'll rant and roar across the Western Sea. He'd murder me, I knew right well, across the Western Ocean. So down the stairs I flew like hell across the Western Sea. Come sailor boys, wherever you be, across the Western Ocean. I hope yous all take mind of me across the Western Sea. Oh, when we reach the other shore across the Western Ocean, we'll drink like hell, we'll rant and roar across the Western Sea. Oh, when we reach the other shore across the Western Ocean, we'll drink like hell, we'll rant and roar across the Western Sea.
Year was 1778. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. A letter of marque came from the king to the scummiest vessel I'd ever seen. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Well, El said Barrett cried the town. How I wish I was
User joined your channel.
Hey man, can you give me mass thickness of the LGV?
No, we can't hear you at all. Sorry.
I was told we cruise the seas for American gold.
What's up, matey?
I'm a broken man.
Please provide me with the information like mass thickness of the LGV and the penetration of 24 pounders.
I was in Sherbrooke now.
I'm currently hunting a Frenchie.
To the port and her sails in rags and the cook in the scuppers with the
Frenchie.
bags. God damn them all. I was told we cruise the seas
Oh, where would I find that information?
Naval Action Wikipedia or in port when you check the ship?
Are far from port, unfortunately, and in dangerous waters. I don't want to pop off the screen, or I would help you.
What do you need to know?
Mass thickness of the LGV and penetration of 24 pounders.
Okay, one sec.
pumping like madmen all the way. God damn them all. I was told we cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. On the 96th day we sailed again. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. When a bloody great Yankee hove in sight with our crack 4-pounders, we made the fight. God damn them all. I was told
Mass thickness from the legal rent is
we'd fire no guns, shed no tears.
98 centimeters.
Man on a Halifax pier,
Okay,
the
thanks.
last of Barrett's privateers. The Yankee lay low down with gold. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now.
What was the other thing?
24 pounders coronate penetration.
Caronate, okay.
I was told the seas for American gold. We'd fire no
About 10 millimeters.
tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers.
At how many meters?
I don't know, 50, 100. What's the effective range for me?
50, at least 50. Then you can penetrate at 104 millimeters. At over 100, it's already below 98.
Okay.
But you can penetrate it at 50.
I'm just fighting a French LGV in my LGV.
Ah, okay.
I'm glad that they gave carronades their historical penetration. The reason carronades were really invented was to increase the firepower of a ship on the upper deck, without putting heavy cannons on it, which would make the ship top-heavy and prone to capsizing in rough weather. So they came up with the light, short carronade to fill the gap and put what guns there that they could.
It's been 6 years since we sailed away, and I just made Halifax yesterday. God damn them all. I was told we cruise the seas for America.
Well, I do like my carronade indefatigable. That's a beast.
I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers.
I'm stealing copper.
Oh yeah, there we go. The main mass on the LGV.
Oh,
Good
nice.
job.
And he's pulling his sail repair.
What does he shoot at you? Shoot at hull? Is he shooting your hull?
He tried a bit, but I'm in a mahogany LGV.
No, nice.
Well, it's a pretty fast one. It's a Pirate Traffic mahogany and Norfolk Carpenter bonus. It has 2 regional bonuses.
And where's that about?
Wilmington, just about Wilmington. He was trying to smuggle something.
I'll be right there. Never tell a pirate where you are, son.
Well, the price will be long gone by when you arrive.
Well, what about your ship?
I wouldn't mind.
Because then by
counting.
then, his prize will be on yours.
Well, don't forget about the teleport thingy.
Oh, yeah, teleport to port, I think is... It was a well-intentioned idea, but I think it's really reduced the amount of PvP. Because you take a ship and you never have to sail back with its cargo, and it's just silly.
Well, they wanted to try to reduce the griefing out of that feature. Basically, just staying in that window and doesn't come out.
Well, I think, like, if you do it so, like, if you escape from a battle a second time within a certain framework, then you should be able to get the option. But just, like, going out, stealing a vessel, and saying, wow, look at all this stuff, I'm just going to teleport to port.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me.
Yeah,
Absolutely no sense.
it's a problem.
There's there's no risk. There's just win. If you win, then, yeah, well, you got it, then GG.
Your magic, poof, you're gone. No risk at all.
Hilarious. Back in the days, there was like still work to achieve actually just capturing the ship, but also getting it safe to harbor and selling it.
Oh yeah,
that was cool stuff. But now it's just meh, too easy.
Aye, they're not helping the game any with these decisions.
Yeah, well, they always try to new economic systems or whatever. New things with the fine wood, and I heard now their fine wood is gone.
Aye.
So, but they also introduced something. People could sell it to NPCs, right?
Aye.
For a ridiculous price.
Ridiculous prices.
So there's all this gold in this game, and gold is fucking nothing worth.
It's useless.
It's useless. Yeah.
There's no point accruing money because you don't need to buy anything.
Yeah, inflation is way too high. I can remember the first month of the game where my very first centesima cost me 2 million, and that was I started in the US,
and that was a lot.
There was a lot, You know, that was a ton of gold.
Okay, from what the devs said on the forums, they want basically to make all players during testing have no financial problems, so they can test in peace.
I can understand that. That makes
understand
sense.
that,
That totally makes sense. But what doesn't make sense is if they try to integrate new mechanics into the game, economies, but they don't make a soft restart, like your gold and etc. Just the gold, no ships or experience, just the gold. To see if the new economics that they established are actually working. Because since now they did it once, not once, but already changed economies, the economy like 4 or 5 times in that time. So that makes no sense.
Well, to be fair, Trump is in charge of naval action now, and nobody knows more about the economy than him. He's the best.
Yeah, of course.
Best.
Yeah, true. I mean, look at that hair. He knows what's up. Is that his real hair? I can't believe it.
It is. It's just, oh god, you could have picked a better style. And of course, now it's like his trademark, he can't change his hair.
True.
My question is like, for the last 10 years or so, Republicans in this nation have been painting themselves orange during the primary phase in the early election. Why?
So they get more. I heard about what was it? Obama versus the other guy, Mommy Pants.
Mitt Romney, yeah. He was bright fucking orange.
Because
and Trump
he did
was
it,
orange too, and it's like
because he
why?
did it because of the Mexicans. He wanted the Mexican vote.
Why? But it's just what annoys me is that your Caucasian voters in the States, and they see a guy painting himself orange, and they should laugh at him, but they don't.
Yeah.
And it's just silly.
Of course it is.
If Pagan Pete painted himself orange before he went to sea, would he be feared? No,
Oh,
they would die
that
of
would be
laughter
just-
when I pulled up beside them.
I don't know. That would be like if a German chancellor candidate wants to appeal to the Turkish vote and puts on a hijab or something.
I know. Wear a fez to a debate,
Oh my god, dude. But it would be funny though. I mean, I would have a good laugh.
Until they got sued for racial insensitivity by wearing that fez. Come on, Doctor Who wore a fez.
By the point of a gun.
Our little Willie loves this song. He's up on the tavern singing it at the top of his lungs.
He's down to 98 crew.
Arr.
Arr.
Yeah, man, Hailstorm is cool.
Oh, I love Ailstorm.
Yeah.
Jolly Rogers are funny too. I would very much like to see them live.
But they're not doing any more new stuff, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Ah, sadly. Well, in their songs, Scraping the Barrel, I think, they were also singing how
I think
everybody
that's,
told them...
they're out of ideas.
Yeah, everybody told them, that's not going far anymore with the pirate theme.
I think that they should make, pirate songs based on famous pirates. There's plenty of them. And you could easily do that. Now, when the player base picks up a bit and I start live streaming again, I want to do a series where I, do a documentary on all the famous pirate captains.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
But right now, with, under 400 people on at all times, it's just not a point.
Yeah. I hope... is there actually any news about release of the game?
The
3
devs
months
hope
ago...
it will be released this year.
Yeah, 3 months ago they said preparation patch in November and release patch in December. Yeah, now we have February.
Better late than wrong.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true,
I've
though.
scolded them enough on that because that perk patch, when it came out, my god, it really almost killed the game, and it utterly drove so many pirates out of the game because it was clearly an anti-pirate patch. And
Also,
I
what's
know a lot of
even
people
worse,
were whining
they
like,
drove
nerf the
the
pirates, nerf
pirates
the
into
pirates.
the
It's like,
Great Britain nation.
yeah, it's like, nerf the pirates, but we have exactly the same ships and equipment as everyone else. The reason that we were winning is because we were organized.
You were
And
winning?
when they did that anti-pirate thing, and they just, all the pirates who were serious left. They're like, well, if the game's not going to be fair, I'm leaving. Because back then,
I
remember
think
how
they
much
should
of the
just
map the pirates covered.
redesign pirates altogether. I mean,
I agree.
they're just playing like a nation. They're not a nation.
And I had suggested way back when various changes to the pirate mechanic to make it historically accurate to pirates.
Well, they
And
already.
They gave us
I
fishing
read
and
something
prayer
in
instead.
the forum though. I read something in the forum that they already talked about that pirates get a mechanic to raid ports and not just capture them.
Aye, that's a Pagan Pete suggestion, One of many.
And I think they will do it. Pretty sure they're not that dumb. I mean, they
I hope
already
so.
came this far, and I put over 1,000 hours into this game because I really like it.
Aye.
It's the most played game in my Steam list.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, I'm sure they will handle it. I mean, we have to give them some slack. I mean, it's the first MMO.
Some slack, not too much though, because they should have listened.
That's true, yeah. But at some
I mean,
points,
hell, they even-
some points they do listen though.
Some points they do. There was a while when they were very good at it. And that's when the game was truly at its best.
Yeah.
And then they started listening to the wrong people. And for the wrong reasons, They lost sight of where they were going with it and what the players wanted. And I had warned them before the port battle system even came out that if they left the port battles up to the individual players in terms of who they're going to attack, that there would be chaos, and eventually that you'd have a few nations that just swept the map. And they said, no, that'll never happen. And what happened? There's 3 nations that swept the map. America, pirates, and I forget who the other one was. Bane, ceased to exist.
You know exactly
immediately.
who it was.
Yeah. And so they had to reset the map as I warned them they would, and that pissed off a lot of people who put in a lot of hard effort on those port battles, and they left the game, and it was just, they had stopped listening to the reasonable voices and started listening to the I want this and I want that sort of, squeaky
Well, I
voiced
do like
Xbox
the-
player types.
I do like the hostility system. It should be just because before that it was every single night it was a port battle.
Oh yeah, oh, that was ridiculous.
It wasn't fun anymore.
And so they put in the politics system. Finally.
But I heard yesterday somebody told me it's still so easy to raise hostility with just 4 or 5 re-admiral fleet missions in a group.
Yeah, but it's a pain. It's PvE.
In my opinion, to raise hostility somewhere in a region, it should be an effort, of a whole nation or a whole organized clan or something.
You'd have to mean it. Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like, hey guys, we have an hour of time. Let's raise the hostility in 1 hour, and nobody's there to actually see and counter it, unless they happen to be there to counter you.
No one wants to counter, and if someone even tries, it's almost always running from the fight. No one wants PvP for hostility, everyone wants PvE, because PvP is risking, and PvP is also a chance of facing bigger fleet.
Yeah, I mean countering with their own PvE missions, That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Just keeping the hostility down. Which is lame, that makes no sense. Just doing PvE for a PvP oriented game, it makes no sense.
It was supposed to be PvP hostility mostly.
Yeah.
PvP was just, the second option if there was no players, for example. Because the problem of hostility is forcing people to come and fight. and they wanted to make it forcing them by missions, so and attacking players AI, so the others will come and fight. But then the side that's aggressive just prefers to farm missions, not face the enemies.
Exactly. Those are the types of oversights that they're missing out on their planning phase. Like, all right, we've got this plan, and that's it. They stop. They don't think what could go wrong with that plan. How could that mechanic be abused?
I think at this point already, I think there are some doubts about the game, maybe.
Oh,
And in some thread, I already some dev already talked about or just mentioned Naval Action 2. And I was just like, dude, what the fuck, man? Your Naval Action 1 isn't even ready or finished, whatever. Why are you even saying this? Even as a joke, it's not funny. I mean, we all put money into this game, an unfinished product. It's basically an investment. And always just saying it, just saying about ideas that you want to put into Naval Action 2 is just it's even enraging.
It's a
if
gasp
you think about
moment.
it.
It's just what?
Like what? Are you done? What are you saying? Why do you?
Did
say
you
this?
screw it up that bad that you're going to start over? Really?
That would be just crazy. Then I would be totally. I wouldn't buy that game. No, sir.
Yeah, you'd be dumb to, because you know that if they broke the first one so bad that they came out with a second, they're probably going to break the second.
But I mean, it's just. I mean, it's a business at the end of the day, you know. They need funds. They need their devs. They need their team. I mean, just look at the game. It's mostly just programmers. Look at the UI. It's just like a programmer did that. It's not the designer.
My personal opinion is if they want increased revenue, they should introduce microtransactions for paint. Instead of it being a drop, pay $1 to get the paint you want. People will buy them.
Or just also like what you know from other games that actually doesn't affect the core gameplay or makes you stronger. Like
we definitely don't want to make it
more
pay
experience.
to win, like, get this for, super mod or something, but
no.
Customization. You want a custom flag? $5. You want a custom paint? $1. People will do it.
Yeah, or just gaining more experience so you don't have to grind that much or whatever.
Yeah. But definitely should have no effect whatsoever on combat.
No, obviously.
Because
I mean, just
I would stop
leveling faster or gaining more money out of a mission doesn't make you a better player.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have a Santi, you can have a first rate, whatever, but you can still get wrecked by a Constitution or whatever if the player is just better.
Alright. But I would be, completely against, premium items. Like, all gold mods are now, pay to win. Ooh.
Yeah. What they could do maybe is introducing a system like, out of World of Tanks or whatever, a ladder a team-based mode basically for PvP, where you join lobbies, like just a simple, out of quick matches,
Yeah, quick match.
Yeah, with a ladder and whatever.
That would help some people, because some people, like these ocean guys going pirate, they're going pirate so they can attack other pirates when that mechanic comes out, because they want more PvP. Well, if they had a lobby that would solve that problem, it would make everyone else's life a lot more fun.
Yeah, well, also they would... other people would actually find that game maybe more interesting and look at the player numbers of World of Tanks and World of Warships. It's hilarious.
Because people want instant gratification, and that's exactly what that would give.
Yeah, because also people have like, I'm coming back from work, I have a family, I have some kids, but I got some time to play, like 1 or 2 hours maybe, or 2 hours, that's my...
I got 20 minutes for a match, I'm going to squeeze one in quick.
Yeah, exactly, but you can't do that in Naval Action. You have to actually find somebody that you want to fight in the open seas for like
and hope that they want to fight.
Yeah, if they don't want it, they just run away, and then you chase them for an hour. I don't have that time afterwards.
Have a PvP queue for people who need instant gratification, and then have the open world for those of us that have the time and the desire to commit to such an endeavor.
Yeah, exactly, and
be
both
perfect.
should be obviously separated. You know, you might have a rank or some I don't know, some title that you say, oh, hey, this guy is pretty good at PvP and the lobby based mode, but he shouldn't
Aye.
be it shouldn't be affected for the open world mode.
Exactly. It shouldn't rank you up for open world or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
No XP counts, no gold. It's just instant fight.
yeah, and then
Freaking
maybe
boarding brokenness. I had boarding possible for like, I don't know, 10-15 seconds and I couldn't board. I was spamming G.
yeah.
No.
It happens to me.
Normally, I would say, what did he have? Determined Defender, which was. Ugh.
No, it wouldn't. It would
But
actually
they took
say
that out.
it.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Oh,
Sometimes there's
did
just
they?
a little bug that occurs and you can't do it.
Determined Defender. They took it out.
They took it out
Oh,
under threat by
nice.
Pagan Pete.
That
Now
is
they
cool.
stripped me of my tester status over it
Pagan, now
because I
you've-
was really
now-
reaming them about
Now
it.
you've got a problem, Pagan, that there's a bunch of people boarding in poor battles.
Yay!
Boarding in poor battles became the new meta of poor battles because that's the easiest way and the fastest to key enemy ship.
It's the fastest way to kill an enemy ship is to rage board it. Correct.
And then
And some
instead
people
of
say, you know,
fighting,
nerf gold marines. It's like, but you know, I carry gold marines. That is a nerf in itself because I only have half a crew.
Yeah,
If
but
I board, I'm a great threat. But the problem is I can't run my guns and my sails at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. But if the enemy allows that or just made a mistake that you put them into the wind or whatever, then you obviously should be rewarded for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
And that was my argument against Determined Defender. It's like, you know, you go and you put yourself in a very risky situation. You close to point blank range with a fella. You knock him upwind, or you trick him into doing something stupid, and you can't defend him because he activates his antimatter generator to raise an electromagnetic force field that causes your grappling hooks to drop into the sea.
yeah, they got
No.
the technology.
This is wrong.
Well, that's good news. I didn't play that game for some months already, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I said
It-
to
that-
myself, I will
The
pick it up
Determined
when they
Defender
release
perk
it.
and the Pirate Hunter perk was what caused so many pirates to leave the game. Because they knew at that instant they would never win another port battle against Nationals because they'd all be reloading 20% faster
Oh,
when
yeah.
that came out. It was like, absurd. And I argued against it. I said, no, I mean, you can hate a pirate, but there is a limit to how fast you can load a gun. And it has more to do with skill than emotion.
Yeah, true.
They eventually nerfed it down. I think it's only 5% now. Because originally when it came out, the Pirate Hunter gave you twice the bonus that Gold Powder Monkeys and Gold Improved Magazine Access gave you.
Ah, crazy.
Ridiculous.
Well, but then again, yeah, like you said, that some things they do listen.
Some things they do.
Yeah. And let's just hope they keep doing that.
Now, I had to raise my voice to get them to listen for a while, and they stripped me of my tester status out of vengeance. For me-
What?
Yes. They stripped me of my tester status because I was giving them grief for making the wrong choices. But then
Well, I
they go
heard
and they
about
make
the-
then they make the changes. So,
Oh man. Well,
I'm just not
heard
allowed to talk in the
some-
tester forum anymore.
Yeah, well, I did heard some about like these kind of